Example 3.23. A proton moves in a uniform magnetic field of strength 0.5 Tesla. Magnetic field is directed along the x-axis. At initial time t is equal to 0, the proton has velocity v vector is equal to 1.95 into 10 raised to 5 I vector plus 2 into 10 raised to 5 k vector meter per second. Find A. At initial time, what is the acceleration of the proton? B. Is the path circular or helical? If helical, calculate the radius of helical trajectory and also calculate the pitch of the helix. Now what is given is a proton is moving in an uniform magnetic field and it is along the x-axis. Okay, at t is equal to 0, the velocity is given. Now we have to find it out the acceleration at that time. Then we have to find it out whether the path is circular or helical, whether the proton is traveling in a circular path or helical path. If it is a helical path, we have to calculate the radius and also the pitch of the helix. Okay, so we'll go for finding the data now. What are the data given here? Magnetic field is given as 0.5 Tesla. Velocity is given as how much? Velocity is given as 1.95 into 10 raised to 5 I vector plus 2 into 10 raised to 5 k vector. This is the velocity given. Okay. Now what is the time? Time is 0. Initially the time is what? 0. Now we can go for the first part. That is, what is the acceleration of the particle? Okay. So acceleration of the particle, we are going to find it out. Now what is acceleration? The acceleration is equal to force by mass. Acceleration is equal to what? Force by mass. But we don't know the force. So first we have to calculate the force. What is the force acting here? The force acting here is the Lorentz force. So F is equal to Q into V cross B vector. Now what is the charge? Charge is the charge of the proton. So that is nothing but 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 cross. What is the velocity here? Velocity is 1.95 into 10 raised to 5 I vector plus 2 into 10 raised to 5 k vector. Okay. Cross B vector. What is your B vector? B vector is 0.5. What is the direction of the B vector? The direction of the B vector is along the positive x-axis. So it is I. Okay. Now we can find out this value. Here we can do inside the bracket. Here this is I vector and this is I vector. I cross I vector is what? 0. I cross I vector is 0. So it is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 into, here what are the things you will be getting here is 2 into 10 raised to 5 k vector cross 0.5 I vector. Okay. So this is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 into, here 2 into 0.5 is what? 1. 1 into 10 raised to 5. What is the direction? K cross J, I is what? J. K cross I is what? J. So what is the value? You'll get it 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 14 J vector. This is what you'll be getting as the force. Now we have to find out the acceleration. Acceleration is equal to force by mass. What is the force? 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 14 divided by, what is the mass here? Mass of the proton, that is 1.67 into 10 raised to minus 27. So if you divide 1.6 by 1.67, you will be getting it as 9.58 into minus 14 plus 27, that is 10 raised to 12. So the value of acceleration is 9.58 into 10 raised to 12 meter per second. Now we have to find out whether the path is circular or helical. Now for that we have to take the velocity of the particle. If you take the velocity of the particle is along two directions. One is along the positive I direction, another one is along the positive k direction. Okay. So one of the component of the velocity is in parallel with that of the magnetic field. The magnetic field is along which direction? I direction. One component is parallel with that of the magnetic field and the other component is perpendicular to that of the magnetic field. So the component which is parallel to that of the magnetic field will remain unchanged. And the component which is perpendicular to that of the magnetic field will change due to Lorentz force. It will change due to which force? Lorentz force. Okay. Therefore, the path of the particle is not a circle. It is a helix. It is a what? Helix. So we can come to a conclusion that the trajectory is a helix. What is? The trajectory is a what? Helix. Now what the second part says is the path circular or helix? So we can find it out, it is a helical path. It is a what path? Helical path. If helical, calculate the radius of the trajectory and also calculate the pitch of the helix. So we can find it out the radius. We can find it out the what? Radius. So we can go for finding the radius. So radius is equal to mv by qb. Okay. So now here what is the velocity? The velocity is the perpendicular component. So the perpendicular component is along z direction. Okay. So mvz by qv. So what is the mass of the proton? Here it is a proton. So it is mass is 1.67 into 10 raised to minus 27. Here your velocity is 2 into 10 raised to 5. Okay. Divided by charge, magnitude of charge we are taking, that is what? 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. Your magnetic field is how much? 0.500. So if you multiply these two, so you will be getting as 3.34 into 10 raised to minus 22 divided by 0.8 into 10 raised to minus 19. So you will be getting as 4.175 into 10 raised to minus 3. Okay, so which can be written as 4.18 millimeter. So this is your radius. This is your what? Radius. The next thing what you have to calculate is the pitch of the helix. Okay, so we have to calculate the pitch. So what is the pitch? Pitches is equal to the distance travelled along the x-axis. What is pitch? Pitch is the distance travelled along the x-axis in a particular time t. Okay, so pitch is equal to velocity into time. Velocity into what? Time. Okay. So what is your velocity? Here the velocity is in the velocity in x direction. Velocity in which direction? X direction. We don't know the time period. So first we have to calculate for the time period. Time period is equal to 2 pi by omega. Okay. So this can be written as 2 pi m by bq. Okay, omega is equal to what? Bq by m. So it is 2 pi m by bq. So now we can go for calculation. 2 into 3.14 into 1.67 into 10 raised to minus 27 divided by 0.5 into 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. Okay. Now if you divide these, multiply and divide this value, the numerator if you multiply will be getting as 10.4876 into 10 raised to minus 27 divided by numerator is this much, denominator is 0.8 into 10 raised to minus 19. If you find out this value, if you divide these two, you will be getting as 13.1 into what is this value? You will be getting 10 power minus 8. So this is your time period. Now we have to find out the pitch. So pitch is equal to component of velocity along x direction into what? Time. So what is the component of velocity along x direction? That is 1.95 into 10 raised to 5 into what? 13.1 into 10 raised to minus 8. So if you multiply 1.95 by 13.1, you will be getting as 25.2 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter. So we can write it as 25.2 millimeter. Okay. Now the proton is having an acceleration in the magnetic field. So the pitch is almost 6 times that of the radius of what? Helix. What is the radius of the helix? Only 4.18 meter. Your pitch is what? 25.2. So it is almost how many times? 6 times that of the radius of the helix.